Three, two, one. Are we ready?
Yes.
Okay, so welcome to the last episode of Season 4 TechTalk. TechTalk
Yes.
Season 4. What is the correct way to say that?
Season 4 of TechTalk?
École. Okay, and today's episode is called the one on anything but technology.
Ooh.
And why? Because what we want really is to introduce ourselves and, also the person who is normally behind TechTalk, the technical person, Ralph Arnold. Hello, Ralph. How are you?
Hi, Luis. I'm fine.
Thanks for, accepting the challenge.
Yes.
Because what's the idea, Carla, today?
So the idea is that we have some questions that we will pick by chance, and we have to answer them.
Okay.
And you can explain what is the idea behind. How did where did these questions come from?
Yes. So we are running currently the new partners campaign, and then weeks ago we created a pool of 45 questions, and I think more. I think there were 50. They are really cool and not easy. And so we want to say, okay, why don't we go through them ourselves? Because our new partners say, oh, they are tough, eh? So we say, okay,
exactly.
Let's answer them as well. So we may know, overall speaking, what the questions are, but we don't know which ones we have picked or we will pick.
That's true.
So yeah, that's the idea.
Or if you can answer them.
Maybe as a short disclaimer, I have a newborn baby at home, which is 2 weeks old. So I'm super tired.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Thank you. I'm super tired. So the questions might be even more tricky for me today.
Oh, you're using the baby as an excuse.
Yeah, I know that you have started a new life. So let's go with the questions, Carla. So Carla will ask me, she picked the question for me, I will pick one for Ralph, and that's the way it works.
Yes. So question for you, Luis. What game or video game have you spent the most hours playing?
When you mean game, it's not necessarily a video game, and that's a very, very stupid question of mine, but
it could be a
board game.
Could be, yes.
Honestly, it's chess.
Wow.
Yes, and I am not that smart. Eh?
You don't play any video games?
I am not a guy like normally what I do if I have free time is either I play sports, honestly, I read, or I am with my plants. That's what I do.
Not even in the past?
Yes, in the past, yes.
Okay, so
and but with Street Fighter, probably.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's my.
I actually spent almost 200 hours playing a game called Final Fantasy VIII, which was my absolutely favorite video game of all time.
100 hours.
How do you know that?
It actually says in the saving screen.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
It's not wasted time. It was a fun game. You learn a lot.
Probably it's not. I mean, it's just my bias. I think I'm too nervous to stay hours, sat down and playing properly.
Well,
so
and you're
Ralph,
enjoying yourself.
Are you ready?
Somewhat, yes.
What movie always makes you laugh, no matter when or how often you watch it?
That's a difficult one. I actually don't watch too many comedies, but if I had to pinpoint one specific movie that always makes me laugh, it's probably one of the Jackass movies.
Okay.
You might remember them.
Yes.
I never watched them.
They are incredibly stupid, but so much fun.
Exactly.
It just has this very weird energy that I gravitate towards. It's like young men doing stupid stuff, and I can really relate to that.
Yeah. I can see you doing so, but I think they are very boyish.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I don't see.
There's a lot of testosterone in there. A lot of masculine energy.
Okie doke. So I am ready. Oh, Carla is ready.
Come on, you've had your turn, Luis. Oh my God.
I'm going to ask the next question to Carla.
Oh my.
Which is, what is the weirdest thing you have seen in someone else's home?
Oh God, I have no idea. I had a peek at the questions and I don't know. I have no idea.
So you haven't seen anything weird?
I don't think so.
Well,
Not that I can think of, honestly.
If it can help, once I enter a house and everything was black.
What?
Everything was black. And the girl was supposed to be a gothic girl.
Ah, okay. All her furniture.
Everything,
all her
the
stuff. Okay.
curtains, everything was black.
That's depressing.
It was, I would say, shocking.
Okay. Oh. So, Luis, where do you hope to be 5 years from now?
To be very, very honest, down in the south near the sea. And I don't know exactly where, but probably somewhere between Spain, Greece, and Italy.
In 5 years? Because you told me that you wanted to do that when you retire. So are you planning to retire in 5 years?
No, I hope all this mess the COVID brought convinces the world to work from wherever you are, and taxes are being tax compliant. So I promise I will be there, so probably.
So you want to stay there permanently and not just for vacation?
Yes, exactly. I am a Southern. I am a Mediterranean person, definitely. Okie doke. Let's go. Ralph, ready?
Yes.
What outdoor activity have you tried, but haven't you tried, but would you like to?
It's probably skydiving. That's a very cliche answer. Yes. But I've never done that, and I think it's pretty cool, actually.
Okay.
Indeed. Well, my dream is to be on a hot air balloon. I would love that.
Probably I will pee on my pants, but
in a hot air balloon?
Yes, in whatever that is flying.
Okay.
That is not covered entirely.
But it's so slow and...
Yes, but you can go, we can fall.
It can go wrong.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go for the next question. I have a very delicate one for you.
Oh, God.
The perfect drink for a romantic night.
And that's the thing. It's just, for me, it's whatever you like to drink. I don't know. Is there a specific drink for a romantic
Normally
night?
champagne,
I'm not a big fan of champagne.
Wine.
A cocktail, maybe?
I mean, please,
Yes.
you don't say a beer, please.
Okay. Gin and
Or
tonic.
maybe the German next to me, he says.
Yes,
romantic
might
night.
be.
Well, I had romantic nights with beer. Yeah.
You see? I think it's just the moment.
I would say wine, honestly.
Yeah, I guess wine is probably it, but...
Okay.
Okay, so now it's my turn to
Yes.
ask you something. Oh, cats or dogs?
Oh, wow. I think cats.
Good choice.
And basically, if I can elaborate, it's because of my character. I love dogs and I enjoy a lot with them, but I am not patient anymore to stand an energetic dog jumping every time I arrive. Or,
And you have to walk them all the time.
No. A cat is silent, is discreet, and maybe I'm growing old.
And independent.
Well, it clearly shows that you don't own a cat.
Yeah.
But I did own 12
Me too.
years, and I loved my cat like crazy. But yes, I know there's that's why I think attached to them, because of the way they are.
Yeah, but they say that dogs are actually smarter than cats.
They yes.
Is that scientifically
Probably
proven?
yes.
That's scientifically proven.
Probably yes. But who said I am smart anyway?
So, Ralph, you're a dog or cat person?
I'm both.
Okay,
I'm very
you can
diplomatic
choose.
here. I own a cat, but I always wanted to have a dog.
Okay.
But my girlfriend just brought a cat, and now I have one, and now I have to live with it.
But they are nice. Come on.
Yeah, and I
Maybe
love
I
my
should
cat.
do the same, because I love cats. I'm a cat person. I also like dogs, but I really want to have a cat. But I live with someone who doesn't like cats. So maybe I should just bring one and he has to live with it.
Yeah, you should do that maybe.
Impose yourself.
Yes.
Okay, I think Louis.
Yes, it's your turn to ask
I'm
Ralph.
sorry. It's true. What are you currently worried about?
Oh, wow.
Changing diapers?
Yeah, mainly changing diapers. And it's a super private thing. And it's actually horrible to say that during such a public podcast. But
You can pick something else.
no.
Go
I
ahead.
think the audience might be interested in that kind of stuff. So, like I said at the beginning, I have a newborn child, which is 2 weeks old by now. And I didn't really know how often you have to change diapers, honestly. I never thought that babies
can produce
that much, you know what? And last night he had a bit of constipation.
Oh.
So, and now I'm here at the office and I'm worrying if my kid was able to do his thing, you know? So that's what I'm worrying right
sweet.
now.
Okay,
there are obviously way more general things like the state of the world and climate change, but that's a very different topic and it goes on for too long probably.
Yeah, that's more long-term.
Yes.
Long-term.
And I don't have a solution for that at the moment.
Okay. Okie doke.
So now it's Ralph.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's a short one. Looks like. No?
In 40 years, what will people be nostalgic for?
Wow.
No,
don't say I don't know.
I
because
don't know.
It's the third time you say I don't know.
No, it's the second. I'm counting. I don't know. There are so many things that could be nostalgic.
But it's maybe something you will be nostalgic for and you apply that to the rest of the world.
Yeah, but I don't know how life will be in 40 years. Maybe things that people are nostalgic will come back. People will appreciate more. I don't know. I think I will be nostalgic about my youth, probably.
That's a good answer.
I think it's going to be privacy.
That's a good point.
I think it's going to be nature and privacy.
Nature is a good point as well, yeah.
I think those little untouched or almost untouched places will be, I hope they won't, but maybe gone.
But see, this is where I'm optimistic. I think that people are starting to change, and with also COVID, I think people are starting to change their relationship with nature and appreciating it more. So
probably
the younger generation definitely
but
has a different mindset here.
I hope the Virgin Records guy takes everyone that is polluting the environment somewhere in the universe and they just don't stay here. Probably.
So they pollute the universe.
They can go wherever they want. We don't want them.
Good point. Are you ready, Luis?
Yes.
How do you like to be comforted when you're sad or upset?
When I am sad or upset, it's not the same. When I am upset, I need space. So I am comforted when people leave me the space to breathe and think and rethink. And when I am sad, I think it's with a hug or with a nice pasta dish.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
I can eat pasta every day. I don't because of the consequences. But if something makes me very happy, it's a pasta dish.
What are the consequences of eating too much pasta?
Well, that you become round, probably, and you don't walk, but you start running.
But you're doing a lot of sports.
I do. That's why. But that's why precisely. That's why I control also my diet. Yeah.
Okay, Cara.
No, wait. It's Luis.
No, it's me.
Oh, it's Luis' turn.
Yes.
It's so confusing.
It is.
Oh, this is really cool. What mythical creature do you wish actually existed?
That's a very difficult question, Luis.
Why?
I think I have
there are
the
so
answer
many.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you have to think about those questions. You can't just spontaneously answer them. But okay, I'll give it a shot. So, do you know the comic called Watchmen?
I have heard. Yes.
There's this one character called Dr. Manhattan, which prior to becoming a superhero, basically, was a scientist researching atoms and nuclear stuff. And in doing so, got disintegrated and put himself together, weird comic magic. And he is the only character within the realm of Watchmen that has superpowers. And his superpower is that he's aware of the past and the future and the present at the same time. So he can basically see what happened, what is happening now, and what is going to happen in the future. And I think that is a very, very interesting superpower to have, first of all. And if you had one person on the planet being able to do that, that would potentially change the course of humankind as a whole. Because he could be some sort of, I wouldn't say
He's
God.
saying God.
Yeah, he's basically a God then.
Kind of.
Like, I would say, whatever you want to call it, but one entity that knows everything. And Dr. Manhattan was the first one that came to my mind.
The only thing is that Dr. Manhattan is...
It's not a mythical creature.
It's not a mythical creature.
Like, the phoenix or...
Well, come on. I mean...
We accept it. I would say a dragon, but yes.
Oh, that's true. I would say phoenix.
Or a phoenix, yes. Yeah, but we accept the answer. It's okay.
Yes.
Well, how do you define a myth then?
Yeah, it comes from all, the Greek or Roman or Celtic or Celtic, I never know. Celtic. Or maybe the Nordic mythology, you can say whatever.
Man, now I look
Thor.
stupid.
Okay, go ahead, Ralph.
Let's call it American mythology then.
Okay, American mythology.
Good point.
Okay, Carla. So, what food have you never eaten but would really like to try?
Well, I'm watching this series called Down to Earth, and I think I would like to try camu camu. Is that it, Luis? Is a fruit, right?
It is a fruit that it's n times more sour than lemon.
Oh, wow.
Okay, but it's
I don't
super
remember
healthy.
the number of times. Yes, it's super healthy.
Has antioxidant.
I think it's perfect to fight COVID.
Yes, probably.
Yes, because of the vitamin.
Has a vitamin C, amino acids, and antioxidants.
Did you guys ever try fugu? That Japanese puffer fish, which is super poisonous if you cut it the wrong way?
No.
No?
No, I haven't.
That would be awesome to try. It's risky.
Probably. I'm not sure if I will, but yes.
No, I don't think I would risk it. So let's go, Luis. What weird food combinations do you really enjoy?
Wow, I must confess this after this you may not even look at me, but when I was a kid, especially when I was a kid, I was eating a lot of sugar. I don't do anymore. And I loved at that point to mix tea, like black tea, with honey and feta cheese inside my tea.
Feta cheese inside their tea? Indeed, that's weird.
Because the mix of the mix of sugar and salt was delicious, and probably that in the tea was nice. I don't know. I don't do it. Of course, I don't do it anymore. But that's a very weird combination.
Indeed.
Sounds like you're being pregnant.
Okay, Ralph. I have yours. What's your cure for hiccups?
Oh, that's an easy one. Ralph.
I don't have one,
Really?
actually.
Because you don't have Germans have. Do
I
they have
seldomly
hiccups?
have hiccups.
Maybe
Well,
not.
Anyway.
Of course, I do have hiccups, but I never found a cure for them. Actually, do you have a cure?
Yes.
Tell me,
Stop
please.
breathing
for 10 seconds.
for more. I try to stop 1 minute if I can, and
Okay.
it helps.
Yes, it does
You stop breathing for 1 minute.
Yeah, breathing. It's just
Yeah, you hold your breath.
you hold your breath.
Okay.
Or drinking water also works for me, because usually I get hiccups from eating something very dry, like bread with nothing.
On drinking wine, like a lot, or beer. It's also alcohol produces.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, thank you. I'll try that. I hope I will manage to keep my breath for 1 minute. That's impressive, Lewis.
Yes,
Honestly.
it is. Well,
I was a swimmer anyway.
That explains everything.
exactly.
Okay.
Okay, Carla. Next question. That's cool. A book that changed your life.
That's very nice, especially for a journalist
I
and
don't
for a
have
person who
one.
loves writing.
I love
reading.
reading, writing. That's why I don't have one, because I don't know. I can tell you that I read a book recently where the crawdads sing, which is going to turn into a movie, and it's amazing. I wouldn't say that it changed my life, but it's a really, really good one.
You, Ralph, do you have any, by the way?
Well, I'm working for a financial service company, so this might sound a little cliche again, but I really enjoyed, when I was back at university, the book called Black Swan by Nicholas Nassim Taleb. And it's basically about how we as a humankind have misconceptions about statistic probabilities.
Wow.
And how those statistic probabilities... Well, yeah, I told you it's...
No, it sounds interesting.
It's nerdy. How we have misconceptions about statistic probabilities and how those misconceptions affect our everyday life and decision making, and how we can improve our decision making based on more rational approaches to statistic probability, which,
well, why not?
Is
Why not,
not a
indeed?
very philosophically interesting book, but it's interesting.
It
It's cool.
could be. Okay.
And it definitely changed my life for the better.
Good.
And then he decided to do video.
Yes, exactly.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
So now, should I take a small one or a long one, Luis?
Whatever.
What's the most expensive thing you've broken?
I am not rich. I have no rich friends. Probably a car, but not even. It was just an accident, but the car was working anyway. It was functioning. I think nothing.
I think you've broken a lot of hearts. Did you?
Yeah, probably. Probably my heart has been broken more times.
That's sad to hear.
But yeah, I don't think I have really done that.
Okay.
So, okay, Ralph, let's go. In 5 words, what have you learned from the pandemic? But we are counting,
Okay,
because that's the challenge.
Less than 5 words? Is that...
Not 5.
Okay.
I have my hands here.
Exactly 5.
Echo.
Reconnecting with nature is awesome.
Perfect. That's
Well
what we
done.
wanted. Very nice, really.
Yeah, seriously. During the pandemic, I've been out hiking and being in nature and in the forests around my hometown.
And
As
producing babies.
and producing babies. Yep.
Is there a connection between
Probably.
nature?
Yes.
If you count that as reconnecting with nature, then yes.
It is,
Yeah.
exactly.
But no, seriously, like forests and woods and being at the river, that's just
Yeah.
simple things. I love it.
Okay.
You see, our mindsets are changing.
Yeah, it's true. Okay, so a series that didn't leave you indifferent. I guess they mean a series,
TV.
like a TV
TV
series,
Yes.
yeah,
I
a
think
TV
it's
show.
TV.
Yes,
Series.
finally one I can answer. I think, well, there are so many good series out there, but I would choose 6 Feet Under. Do you know this one, guys?
No, never seen it.
Yes.
It's amazing. So basically, it's family and they run a funeral home. And each episode starts with someone dying, usually in a very weird
Yeah.
way. And it's scary because it's like, we could die like that. It's possible. And when you least expect it. But it's really nice and it really makes you think about life and death. And that's, for me, the ending was just amazing and sad.
Okay. Nice.
Do you have one, Luis?
Maybe I will be very cliche now, but I think
Please don't say Game of Thrones.
it could be the Game of Thrones. It could be. But apart from the thing in itself, I think is the way that the story was built, and how the bad and the good are never so bad and never so good. At the point that you don't know. Sometimes you say I hate you, and sometimes you say I love you, or I identify with you. I think that's the magic of the series, is how human and humanized the characters were. So I hated Cersei Lannister, but I also loved her.
That's a very interesting concept that many TV shows have nowadays. Breaking Bad as well. This
True.
ambiguity, whether a character is good or bad, and you connect with his motives and you understand what he's really up to, and that's super interesting. Yeah.
But I think that's just the reality. We are not
But
black and white.
All TV, all the movies weren't like that.
Yeah, you had like one good guy and one bad guy.
That's true.
They were so basic. That's why I remember my father loving those movies, the spaghetti westerns. And I was saying, but okay, it's nice for a Sunday afternoon with a I don't know, some popcorn, but they're so basic. And I didn't mean that I was too smart. It's just that they are plain. The bad, the good, and the ugly. No, I think Clint Eastwood is my favorite director anyway. So it's a joke. Okay, doc, let's move.
So it's me now, right? Asking you, Luis. Oh, that's a nice one. If you could invite one famous person over for dinner, who would that be?
Natalie Portman.
Oh, really?
I just love her. I think
she's very. I mean, I don't know her.
Of course, she's beautiful, but apart from that, I think she's very smart. And Closer, the movie, is likely the most influential love and not love. I don't know how to say that because it's like that movie I have watched in my life.
It's a really great movie.
It's one of those movies like I always think of it.
Would you have any specific questions to her, or just watching her for being?
No, I just
a nice
would love
lady?
about her life, about how she ended up, being an actress. Mm-hmm. How is like being a model, because sometimes she's and I think she's a very smart and simple person. I read her, intellectual coefficient is very high, like a lot of impressively Hollywood actors. A lot of them. Well, Hollywood not necessarily, but.
Well, I just know she's vegan, and I think she speaks Hebrew, if I'm not mistaken.
I think she's Jewish, yeah.
Yeah, she is, but
Jewish.
I think she speaks Hebrew.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Good answer.
Okay, so, what is the best break for you, Ralph?
I'm sorry?
The best break?
I think it's like holidays.
Okay. Again, I would say something in nature. I'm not too fond of being at the beach. I just need to be surrounded by nature.
But it can be a beach with nature.
Yes.
Beaches, that's a very controversial opinion, but I think beaches are boring. So they are nice for a day or two. So you basically see the water and the ocean. But I mean, how much ocean can you see? It's just, it gets boring after a while.
That's why we cannot go on holidays, you and I.
Well, I'm sorry. You're a southerner.
You can go for walks at the beach.
No, I mean, it depends. If it's, for instance, last year I was in Alghero in Italia, and it was just wonderful. I think it's an old town with beautiful beaches around. It's that what I love, and delicious seafood, and I can spend my entire life doing that.
Yeah, but that's something I enjoy quite a lot as well, like being in cities that I've never been before and just watching life there.
Life go on.
Yeah,
how life goes on. Yeah.
Walking around through the streets.
Yes.
And not going to touristy places, but just watching how people live there and how life goes on over there.
I agree.
That's nice.
Okay, you have probably one more for Carl, and then we go one more round. I just don't know how much our listeners are interested in our lives, but I hope you are.
I think they are. So, okay, Carla. Again, a TV show question.
Really?
What TV show character would be the most fun to change places with for a week?
I wouldn't say fun, but I really like spy stuff. So I would like to be a character from a TV show called The Americans. So it's just two Russian spies who live in the US, and they pretend to be Americans. Basically, that's the story. So I would like to be the female character. I guess that makes sense. I don't remember her surname, but it's Elizabeth. And I think it would be so cool to be a spy for a day.
Nice.
Yes. Although not necessarily for the Russians. Okay. But she's a pretty cool character. That's why.
You, Luis?
For Harry Potter.
That would be fun indeed.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
I'm really Harry Potter, I think.
But that's not a TV show.
Exactly.
Oh.
Aha.
Yeah,
okay,
that doesn't count.
Then Alf.
Alf? Like
you remember
the cat
Alf?
eating
Yes.
alien creature?
Yes, alien. I think it would be very, very funny.
Well, yeah, it shows that you're old. I guess Carla
because
doesn't know what Alf is.
Well, one of the most influential, I think, TV shows from 80s.
Isn't it
Everyone
Alfie?
knows
Am I
Alf.
mixing? Or
It's a sort of animal, but it's a UFO with a long...
Yes, I know.
How you call it? Alfie.
I think so.
It's just Alf.
Yeah, in Germany as well. It was just
Okay,
Alf.
maybe I'm mixing.
I think Portuguese just put vowels everywhere.
And do you remember the planet he was coming from?
No.
It was Melmac.
Melmac, yes. And then I am the old one. You see that? Melmac. Okay.
Okay, Carla, your turn.
Yes.
Oh, this is the last question, is it?
I think so.
Okay.
Ooh. Crypto money or monopoly notes?
Well, when I was from 8 to 12, I have played Monopoly probably once a week. I hate the game, I think now. I won't do it again. But it's a very tough one because crypto is here, and I will say a cliche again, but it's here to stay. That won't change. And the amount, or let's say the number of advantages it brings, apart from also disadvantages, but it's incredible. I am a libertarian, if that is a word. And
it is.
The idea of getting rid of systems and corrupted systems has been always around me. So it's just exciting to think one day we won't be ruled by big institutions sometimes we don't agree with. Probably it's a dream, because that won't happen anyway. The big brothers are always there, and yeah. But I don't know. I think when I was a kid, Monopoly. Now I would say crypto.
Who came up with that question? Because it implies that both are worthless. No?
I think it was you.
God damn it.
If I remember well, it was you.
I never said Monopoly money or crypto.
No, I just tune a little bit the question, but I think the one asking for crypto, where you told me, I think it's a good question. I said, yes, it is.
That's true. I remember now. Yes.
It was you.
Yeah, I was suggesting a question about crypto, of course, but because it's a super interesting concept.
Yeah,
and like you said, getting rid of intermediaries when I
Yes.
send you money. Right now we have, when I want to send you money, I either have to give it to you in cash, or we have to use an intermediary like PayPal or a bank. And that's just not very efficient in my opinion.
Or central banks. I have nothing against central banks, but I also know, sometimes things can, corruption is everywhere. So the idea of kind of get rid of that, it's exciting. Now, I don't think it's doable, but yeah.
That's
see.
another story, but
That's
yes,
another
we'll
story.
see.
The future will tell.
Exactly.
In 40 years.
Okay, so I have one more question for Ralph. And it's a sweet one. Actually, what is your favorite meal?
My favorite meal. My favorite meal is very simple. It's just a well-made pasta. That's probably why I'm so round compared to you.
Then I joined you. I really joined you then. For me, it's a well-made pesto genovese pasta.
Yeah.
I can eat pesto my entire life.
Absolutely.
And I don't eat meat, so it's a perfect dish.
That's not entirely true, but...
Well, I eat fish.
That's not entirely true either.
Come on.
I've seen you eat meat.
But of course, if you're invited to, I am not a radical, and I call Carla integrista, by the way, because she's a little bit more radical than me. So if I go, no, my sister invites me home. She just has cooked for hours something. I won't say, no, I don't eat. Because in the end, what? What?
But
I
I'm
don't
the
buy
same.
myself.
I don't tell, if I go to someone's house and they offer me meat, I'm not going to say no either. Unless,
voilà.
But, for instance, I don't like red meat. Like I cannot eat beef, I don't like it, or lamb. So then I'm really sorry, I cannot make an effort.
Yeah, but that's more taste. But the fact that some people say, well, I respect them, but they are super radical. Sometimes that's a little bit too much. I think, life is very short.
Yeah, I think if you're not militant about that, and if you just let people live their lives, and
exactly,
then that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you have a meal and there is meat and the other person says, well, I'll just have the vegetables and it's fine. You have to also respect that.
No, that's for
because
sure.
It's also.
But if you have a bolognese, I don't know, and it's the only thing to eat, and you haven't eaten 3 days.
Yeah, but here's something that I don't like because it has beef.
Yeah, I know. I will eat probably.
I think we can all agree upon the fact that, like, having caged animals and this mass production of meat that we have nowadays is just not a very sustainable and future-proof way to go. So being vegan or being vegetarian definitely helps a bit to make the world a better place.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And I think as a diet, it's also relatively healthy.
Yeah.
But that can be argued.
Arguably.
Argued.
Or arguable. I don't know.
Arguable.
Yes,
that's
arguable.
the word. Thanks.
Okay.
We have one more, I think, you for Carla.
I think we have one last question for Carla. So let me have a look. So what's your favorite thing you own and why?
My plants.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, is it a thing? Well, it's a being, but it's my plants. And why? Well, I've discovered recently, like in the last months, my love for plants and herbs as well. And I think that it's just nice to care for something and take care. And I get so excited when I see a new flower, a new leaf coming. And it's such a nice feeling.
Do you have just decorative plants or useful ones like tomatoes or paprika?
Not yet. That's like a long-term project, but I have more herbs, aromatic. And yesterday I was super excited because my oregano has flower and my mom told me, now you have to harvest and dry it. And so I was like, yes. I did it.
I have thyme now and this I need to harvest it. Yes. By the way, I have a jasmine.
What?
Go ahead. No, it's a wallflower that is growing like bananas. It's like I say, calm down. I don't know what to do with the plant.
Yeah. No, the other thing that makes me really happy about having especially flowers in the balcony or these herbs is that I see bees coming and I see I have a customer. I'm so happy because this really helps the environment
because
as well.
I also have ants and spiders driving me crazy too.
Oh, that's unpleasant. But think about the pollinators.
Yeah, and there are some birds also coming and destroying not destroying, but they go to the earth. And they are jumping, and then everything is dirty. And the other day I told you when I kill one because he comes, looks at me, and starts jumping, and I say, what's the problem with my plants? Yeah. Anyway,
I have plenty of jalapenos in front of my house.
Ooh.
And like a whole garden full of chili plants. And I have way too many chilies. So if you want to have any chilies,
yeah.
hit me up.
Why not? Well, I think that's all for today's episode. There's one more.
Yeah, I would end with a less materialistic question, maybe.
For all of us, okay.
For all of us.
Let's go.
So, the song you always get back to. That's a nice question for the...
And a difficult one.
It is a very, very nice question. Go ahead.
But no, I'm a fan of a band called 9 Inch Nails.
Oh, nice. Yes.
And probably Hurt. I know it's a depressing song, but it's a beautiful, simple song.
Yeah, most people actually don't know. Most people actually know the cover version.
Yes.
But it's actually by 9 Inch Nails. It's a good song.
Yeah, it's amazing. The cover song is by Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
Every time I watch the video clip, I cry because it's so touching. But yes, it's a really nice song.
That's a good song.
Okay. Nice. Just Like Heaven.
By?
Cure.
Oh.
I always feel like flying with that song. And actually, Robert Smith said he's the most perfect song he has created.
Really?
It makes me feel like
I
flying.
didn't know that.
Literally.
And I'm also a huge The Cure fan.
Just Like Heaven. And the sound, the way the music, the song starts slowly, and then the instruments are coming one after the other. And then what he says, show me how you do that trick.
But I know that you're also a big fan of Taylor Swift, no?
Yes.
I like a lot her storytelling approach, especially the last 2 albums are just wonderful. And every time I have a problem, my friend of mine has one, I find a story she has said. And I think that is fantastic. I think that is her real success. I don't think she's her voice is okay. Her music is improving, but okay. But it's the storytelling that makes her powerful. I think the other singers are just boring. They don't have any
substance.
It's just, I love you, you love me.
You broke my heart.
You broke my heart.
Well,
so what?
I am a big fan of Lana Del Rey, and she's not boring.
Yes.
No, of course. But Taylor is inspired by Lana. In fact, she mentions Lana several times.
I didn't know that.
No, I agree with you. Lana Del Rey is good.
I also like her very much.
Yeah, she's cool. So my song would be Hallelujah by Jeff Buckley. Or at least the version of Jeff Buckley. And it's a beautiful song. And every time I hear it, I get goosebumps.
It's nice.
And it's musically just a perfect song.
Okay. Yeah, that's nice. Okie doke. So we wish you a very nice summer break. Maybe you are already summer break.
If so, good luck.
I am in 10 days. I think, Carla, you are in
end of August.
And Ralph, you just came from holidays, but you may take again.
Exactly.
Holidays.
Maybe
not really holidays, but I'll take 2 weeks in August as well.
Okay. Yeah. So that was the idea of this episode. I hope you loved it. You kind of managed to know us a little bit better.
Yes.
We always joke, if you find sometimes our things we say, the Germans and the Portuguese, is because we come from so many countries, and we always tease each other about the cliches and the cultural biases or things we have, but we are all friends.
Yeah.
Okay, so thanks a lot. And this is TechTalk.
Made simple. No, wait, I got confused.
Oh my God, you're on holidays already. TechTalk.
You continue normally.
Technology made simple.
Over a cup of coffee.
Or maybe a beer.
Yeah, have a beer.
Because you are here, we have to say that.
Just have a beer.
Just have a beer.
A beer always helps. Bye.
Thanks a lot. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.